Mohed the Bedouin Orphan, who became a billionaire. Mohed Altrad was born into a Syrian Bedouin tribe. When he was around 4, his mother fell ill and died. His father, who was a tribal leader, disowned Altrad. Altrad was raised by his grandmother in a tent. She gave him only enough education to work as a shepherd. Altrad attended school against her wishes. He sneaked away. Before she woke up, he had to walk barefoot for an hour across the dunes. When Altrad was 7, his father reappeared. He bought his son a bicycle. Altrad rented it out to other young boys. He used the money to buy school supplies. A few years later, he went to live with another relative. Altrad graduated first in the region. He earned a scholarship to study in France. He got accepted at the University of Montpellier. Altrad arrived in Montpellier in 1969. He survived on just one meal a day. He spent a few months learning French, but he barely understood his professors. Altrad moved to Paris in the early 1970s. There he earned his PhD in computer science. By that time, he had become fluent in French. While studying, he worked as an engineer for technology firms. It helped him acquire French citizenship. Altrad later spent 4 years in Abu Dhabi. There he worked for the National Oil Company. With low taxes, he was able to save money. His contract ended in 1984, and he returned to Paris. Altrad and his friends founded and quickly sold a startup. The startup made portable computers. Altrad netted almost $600,000. In 1985, he purchased a 200-person firm, Mefren. Altrad bought the firm out of bankruptcy. Within a year, the company was making a small profit. Altrad grew it into a $2.9 billion company. Altrad Group. It is one of the leading scaffolding providers. Altrad has expanded aggressively through acquisition. Altrad Group encompasses a total of 170 companies. The conglomerate employs more than 42,000 people. It is largely focused on scaffolding and cement mixing. It also provides equipment from cement mixers to wheelbarrows. Group Altrad generates around $250 million in annual profits. Altrad earned his first billion in 2015. Today, his net worth stands at $3.3 billion. Altrad has become an acclaimed novelist. In 2002, he published his autobiographical novel, Bedouin. It became an official reading in French public schools. Altrad hasn't been to Syria since 1972. He lives in a century-old mansion in Montpellier. He owns a collection of sports cars. He is married and has 5 children. Altrad doesn't know how old he is. No document recorded the day he was born. His children picked the 9th of March out of a hat. In 2011, Altrad became the owner of a rugby team. He was asked to save the financially struggling Euro Rugby. Altrad had never been to a match, but he stepped up and bought the team. In 2022, a French court convicted Altrad of bribery. He conspired with World Rugby Vice Chairman Bernard Laporte. The bribe concerned the French national rugby team. Altrad Group was made its official sponsor. In exchange, Laporte got $195,000. The court fined Altrad more than $54,000. He was given an 18-month suspended prison sentence.